The return of the Shapin Grime podcast. It got forced into a bit of a hiatus last year, but that's not happening. 2026 moving forward. The monthly podcast, monthly guests, everything. And for the first guests, the people that have kind of become very important in my own personal DJing journey. I have a show on their radio station, Dalston Radio Live.
Come on.
Camel,
Jeez.
Venxm,
Come on.
introduce yourselves. Very grateful to have you here.
Yeah, big up Jack Squared, the Shapin Grime Massive.
Come on.
I'm King Camel. That's kind of all I got.
What do you do? Like, come on, like these things. Like,
One half of Dalston Radio Live. I make music. We DJ. I'm an engineer, so I master music for those that request that. Hit me up. And yeah, I don't know.
Buff bow. He does many other things, but yeah, that's the cliff notes. And myself, I'm Venxm, DJ, music producer. I go by the CEO of Good Vibes. That's my moniker.
Come on.
To kind of let people know what I'm on. But yeah, one half of Dalston Radio Live. Behind the decks with this genius.
Oh, this guy.
On the keyboard and the pads with this genius as well. Doing a little bit of all things music,
Man
all
said
things
little
140.
Bit. Little bit, man.
Just a little bit, small.
Man said small.
Yeah.
All right, cool, all right.
But yeah, as we move into 2026, hopefully it can be a lot more. But we'll see what the cards, we see what's on the cards.
Yeah, okay, understate your thinking.
so I think first I want to talk about individual sort of upbringings into music and sort of where you both grew up, because I know you grew up in different places. Like, what did your upbringing sort of teach you about music? Like, what were you surrounded by, like, when you were younger? What sort of brought you through, and what influences, like, sort of stick with you now? So I'll start with you.
So, I'm from Northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, my people are Jamaican. I'm a child of the church, child of dub, hard dub, no smiling. In a room, spiritual skanking dub, house full of jazz. So my family had a sound. It's had a very large impact on me, on what I make, on how I look at music, and I suppose the type of chords and structures that I like. It's influenced everything. I think even when we look at Dalston Radio Live and stuff that we're doing, a lot of our upbringings and things that we've seen have impacted what we're trying and attempting to do as a movement.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, no, I second that. I've got a very... Well, actually, to be fair, my upbringing with regards to music and my introduction to it is quite eclectic, because my dad is more of the music person in the household, very jazz and soul. My mum was not like crazy about music. She loves music, but just to have a good time, not so much like it has to be this specific thing. So where my parents went together and more of my time was spent with my mum, more of my conscious music was like pop. I was listening to like The Box, but that might mean nothing to most people watching this, but I was listening to like The Box, Top of the Pops, again, something that most people have no idea what that is.
You should know though.
They're my age, they should know Top of the Pops.
You should know.
I don't know, but yeah, like just listening to like super commercial music, loved off like Kylie Minogue, Madonna, all them things. And then it was probably about 1995, I think, one of my cousins introduced me to More Money, More Problems.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is sick. And obviously it was another commercial song, but it was like, it lent a bit different. Not that I had no experience with black music, but that was like a very notable shift in my mind where I was like, oh, okay. And then things like bass came around, MTV Bass and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm buying Busta Rhymes' album. And probably the big turning point for me in with regards to music was buying Busta Rhymes' album, Extinction Level Event. Because when I bought that, like, any music that I bought, I learned it back to front, all the lyrics. But Busta Rhymes is a hardcore spitter. Especially that album. It's very different to like how he spits now. It's not, he spits different, but like where he is in his journey.
Yeah.
So then, then I became about bars, and then I bought Wu-Tang Forever, and then it was just like a different angle for me. So yeah, but the sound that is in my core is very eclectic, but I guess the foundation is jazz from my dad, and then everything sort of attaches to that in its respective place, because jazz kind of covers everything in a way. So yeah, I've just got these pockets that just spur off of this jazz basis kind of thing.
I hear it.
So when you have these musical influences, what sort of got you into DJing, and how did that sort of shape a sound that you were trying to make whilst DJing? Because for me, like, I've always loved music, and I've been working in grime for such a long time, and I had all these songs, and I was like, it's kind of useless for me not to DJ. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I sat there and I thought, I should be doing this. So what was that like for you when you sort of got introduced to it, and what made you pick it up and like run with it, essentially?
Freestyle thing, yeah. So, I mean, not to age us, but me and Camel been here since before grime had a name.
Yeah.
So the sound that everyone is playing now, experiencing now, that was something that came from our playground.
Yeah.
So you couldn't not be a part of it, because it was the playground, and it was just, how do I become a part of it? Because access to equipment wasn't like it is now. So when people were spitting and people were beatboxing and some people were playing dubs and stuff, I'm like, well, how do I even get a vinyl player? Because that's the only way.
Yeah.
And then my cousin got one, so then I just went to his yard. He had 2 and a mixer. I put one track on, I put another track on. Both tracks finished. There was no mix. I was like, cool, maybe I'm not the DJ. Started spitting. That's what happened.
Yeah.
The DJing thing came way, way, way later, when technology actually advanced in such a way that it was digital.
Yeah.
And I'm good with digitals. Like, I understood music digitally. I just didn't understand it in an organic, analog sense of, I can't see nothing. I can't count anything. Like, that was difficult to me then. Now it's not a problem. Yeah. But then, that meant like just seeing a black vinyl, that meant nothing to me in terms of where does it start? Where does the rap, like, you know, there's a whole science to it. So, so the compulsion to get involved was natural, because it was just a part of the playground experience, a part of being a East Londoner for me, a West Londoner for you. But the reality was just, when technology allowed me to get to a point where I could understand, I was in.
I think for me, so dubs, so my family had a sound. Dub, as in Jamaican reggae dub, was a very big part of my upbringing.
Yeah.
So the system of dub plates was around me before I understood anything. I knew what dub plates were from early. I didn't know how to cut a dub, but I knew exactly what cutting a dub meant early. So, like Shay said, when grime wasn't grime, it was just people from different places doing things, and things were getting darker, quote unquote.
Yeah.
That's when you were depending on what ends you were from, you were just naturally a part of it. So, like, I remember when Youngster and Musical Mob released Pulse X, boom, boom, Musical Mob right up on the map. So it was huge in the ends, because it started something. I don't care about where this person made this, and everyone contributed, but when Musical Mob did Pulse X, it did something in the ends, because this tune was huge, and it started something. So in the end, there was like an energy where people were trying to make crews to be like Musical Mob.
Yeah.
So like, I was buying records from early, but I didn't know how to mix. I only had my grandmother's record player, and it couldn't even play the records at the speed they were supposed to play them. But I didn't care. So I would still go. My grandmother, God bless her heart, she would give me money for records, and I'd go record shop. I still remember getting record shop in Kilburn, and Black Ops was in there. And I remember being a youth, and I think it was Johnny, if not, it was another big light-skinned dude, walked up to me, yo, young blood, you like hip-hop? I didn't. But I said, yeah. He was like, yeah, Black Ops, listen to the show. That was from early. I said, and I was cutting dubs, I still couldn't mix. But then I had enough records, people was doing things, and I started mixing and I wasn't good. And then I learnt more into the production thing. Then digital came. And then even when we were starting out with what we were doing, I wasn't even necessarily thinking about the DJ thing like that. He's a far more technically gifted DJ than I am. He laughs, but I've learned a lot from him about the DJing thing.
Yeah.
And it just kind of progressed. But the sound has always, to cut a long story short, the sound has always been around for me. The DJing bit came after the production bit.
Yeah. Same, actually, though.
Yeah.
Because DJing is not easy. It's a very particular skill, and it fits a very particular need, which is the need to play the music, a need to exhibit.
Yeah.
But before that, what precedes that is the music itself.
Yeah.
And so once I'd realized, like, there's music, you're like, oh, wait a minute, there's music. So what's the music? How do I make the music? How do I make the sound or contribute at that level? So yeah, I got swept up by the production as well. Production, yeah, is sick, man.
Do you know what interests me? When on my birthday you had the couple of cans event, the radio show, and I was DJing with you, and you were like, you just come off, so you were mixing your own tune, and you were like, just beware this tune, I didn't quantize it, I was doing it like myself. So it's like there might be a snare that's slightly out.
Yeah.
Like, not to be like, oh, how do you do that? But like, what leads you to go through music that way? Because it's so much easier to just make a song and make sure it's all exactly where it should be, and you can just go do 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 do, and then it's it.
Yeah.
Like, is that just like you're making a song and it's just there in its rawest form? Like,
so Shay and I, we play lots of different stuff, and a lot of it is very soulful and very jazzy.
yeah,
And when I think back to original jazz or original dub, there's no quantize. It's people holding
the
time.
tempo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Immaculately.
Yeah, and I find that overly perfect, this is a personal thing, but for me, overly perfect music is just not what I want.
yeah,
And I would rather individually move something so that it hits. I don't care about on or off. I just care about the thing that I'm trying to getting out.
yeah,
And it just ends up that way. That's how I do it. As long as I've been able to kind of manually adjust my drums, I have been.
Yeah.
It's just what I like. What about you? I don't know.
No, 100%. So in terms of music production, I know we haven't really talked about production in its whole conversation, but to skip along the story, I tried to make 140 in the beginning.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. So I just started to just try and make music instead. And I made music in loads of different ways, but what I enjoy more than a lot of different things is sampling and taking things that kind of already exist in some capacity and making them into something else. And through sampling, I realized that, you can sample perfectly and things start to lose life. But when there's a lot of imperfection, that's what creates life. And then you realize you're looking around you, that's what is making you enjoy your environment wherever you are. Like, it's the little imperfections, the little details that start to actually create life. And you're like, oh, okay. So maybe these snares don't need to actually be on the grid. That's just showing me the tempo.
yeah,
But that's all that's showing me. So I just need to know that ultimately I need to come back to this tempo, but cool. So yeah, I like to play stuff, and you just push and pull, and it's all about feeling.
Yeah.
Whatever feels good, that's what you go with. But as soon as you can stop looking at something, you should stop using your eyes, because ultimately when you're really getting into music, it's not with your eyes. It's all ears. So when you're making it, of course you're making it on something digital, so you have to use your eyes at some point. But then as soon as you can stop, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Because then all of those decisions are going to start to matter to the person receiving it on the other end who can't see anything. They can't see how perfect this looks.
Yeah.
All they can hear is how lifeless it is, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You're
I was going to say, like, in terms of grime specifically, like, do you think that that's making it lose a bit of something? Because obviously, I don't know, I wasn't there, but like, I was probably 1 year old. But like, when you're first starting grime all those years ago, like, and it's just people in a room, like, it's very different to, like, say now I'm doing grime sets and I'm doing it in places like this or places like the other Cube site. They're like all really nice and everything's recorded properly, and I'm sitting there like, I have to make sure this looks nice and this looks nice, and it's like that wasn't like that.
No, it wasn't.
You wouldn't even have the opportunity to be like that because the equipment didn't exist.
Yeah.
So like, what do you think the balance is between the both? Because obviously I feel like there's got to be a balance between looking good, because in this day and age no one's going to care if you're watching a grainy footage
Yeah.
and this distortion o'clock flipping doesn't sound great. But at the same time, if it's too,
It was
makes
too
everything's
perfect.
too regimented,
Yeah.
it kind of loses what it is, in a sense.
I mean, so like we spoke about this, and we've definitely spoken about this. I think a lot of it comes from confidence.
Yeah.
So when I think back to, again, when Shay and I would have been in school, there was literally no blueprint. When I say there was no blueprint, there was none. It was people from different ends making sound, and then occasionally you have someone amazing would pop up. So like like Wookie's been around for ages, but then Wookie would release Storm or Little Man. Dum 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 bing 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 bing, like, and then you'd say whoa, and then you'd go home and you'd try and be a bit more like Wookie. Like there was no real, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the influence thing.
The influence thing. There's no. It was just people trying a thing, and then due to our lack of resources, because not all, but most of us didn't have any money, so you made what you could make, how you could make it. Like when I was making music on Sega Mega Drive on the Sega Sound Test by going to Sound Test and hitting A.
Yeah.
That's how I would do it. So like I might go to that's when Sega was out. So I'd go to maybe Sonic 3's Sound Test, and I'd play one of the level stages, and I'd work out the number, and then I'd go up and find another number, and I'd press A on one number, go up and press A, and then go down. That's how I would do it.
And make your melodies.
And that was my melody. You make it on how you make it.
I mean, the difference as well, though, with what the scene would have been like when we were starting, is that, truth be told, the money wouldn't have helped you that much anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
There was no dough.
like you'd have to have stupid money to make it easier or more accessible. But like I think like at this point, if you have a couple £100 and you throw it at music, it can make a difference between someone who doesn't.
Yeah.
But then a couple £100 wouldn't do anything. If you had 20 grand, maybe you'd be able to do more than that person. But you know what I mean? Yeah, money wasn't the thing. But I think what possibly, to get back to your question, what might be impacting grime now more than anything is like intention.
Yeah.
Because intention, or the intention when we were doing it, was mainly to like create an identity, to be
Yeah,
cool,
that's true. That's
to like affirm your ends
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
on the map
That bit.
over them man.
Yeah.
Like them man will come
yeah.
out with something sick, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay. Because they don't know about my block, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you'll come like, you know what I mean? You'll come with hard lyrics just to let them man know we got bars over here, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
100%.
That is the ultimate reason. No one's getting paid. No one's even cutting this to record for real. This is just bars on radio, just to let them man know, now we're the hottest.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's
So, you know, like when you now get business involved, everything's going to tank for business because the intention's different. And what you will do to make money is different to what you will do to look cool or to fly your flag, or, you know what I mean? They're completely different. So that, you're never going to get back to what it was unless people stop doing it for money.
Yeah. Like we talk about, and not to beat a dead horse, but for example, when we talk about Rhythm and Gash,
Yeah.
we were around when Rhythm and Gash 1 came out.
Yeah.
And it was a big boy tune. But then it was put down and the next tune came on. But I think the intention for whatever this thing has now reached, which is called grime, which they've labelled it grime, for real, a lot of the intention is lost, which is why a lot of people will say, well, let's say I do another booty of Rhythm and Gash, it's likely to be accepted. As opposed to, what if I sat down and did what I want to do and see what happens? So then I'll hear 56 versions of Pulse X, 27 versions of Are You From the Ends, 48 versions of Golly Gosh, 67 versions of Triplets 1, 47 versions of Rhythm, like, leave the tune alone.
Yeah.
And I get it, like Jamaican culture, we don't let rhythms die. You'll have one rhythm, and it's, I suppose, African culture in general, but in Jamaican culture, definitely, you'll have one bad man rhythm, and everybody has to hit this rhythm.
20 man.
20 man. It has to go that way. But there's a point in time where the next rhythm comes out, and I think there's a decision, a bravery, and an intention which might be somewhat limiting the output now, in my opinion. But then I appreciate people like you.
Yeah.
Since you've been part of the fam, which we very much appreciate, you've opened my eyes. All is not lost.
I hope so.
I'm happy to say that.
That's the aim.
Yeah, I'm happy to say that. You've opened my eyes to some things that I would otherwise not have heard, because I wouldn't be looking. So,
And you wouldn't even know where to look.
Nah.
Because a different generation is communicating to different people and in a different way.
yeah. So yeah, big up you.
Thank you. I think for me, it's I've just got to look at it at what it is now. I don't have the experience to compare to back then. Obviously, I can hear people's stories and what people would want. But if I look at things now and where grime is now, and I'm like, do you know what? And we're talking about this. We just need a bit more personality back.
Yeah, 100.
And
Very
more
much
people just, you know, I think people like I said, we don't, you weren't there. So why are you trying to act as if...
Yeah.
It's like you walk into a grime set and you go, okay, cool, I'm going to go and I'm going to do this. I'm going to get the mic. I'm going to use this mic as an example because I'm not going to remove audio.
Yeah.
I'll grab it like this and I'll do that.
Yeah.
Like, not to offend anybody on my set yesterday, but there was one person. He's good, yeah, but like his audio is going to sound awful because he's just like that. And it's like, you know, you don't need to do that. I had 2 mics yesterday on a set and I was like, I'll turn this one up and this one down because I know that these people over there are going to be quite loud. These people are not going to be as loud. And then they went over the other side and I was like... But anyway, my point is like, we've just got to look at what we're doing now. And I think the one positive thing about the internet is that even for me, I wouldn't be able to get into what I'm doing now if it weren't for the internet. Like... But that point being is that there's so much more we can showcase and present to people and do. We don't need to look at what someone did and think, I'm going to imitate that. You don't need to imitate anything. You just be what you are.
Yeah.
And there's more chance that will get accepted. But if we're going to look at things like, oh, it's got to be like it was back then. Then it's just, that's when you end up with 3,000 versions of the same song.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, obviously familiarity is a big thing anyway. People want what's familiar to them.
Yeah, especially when it comes to money.
Yeah. But we can't keep doing that. Do you know what I mean?
All right, so there's a shoehorning into that mindset that I don't care about any labels. So I'm going to say I'm going to blame the labels.
Yeah.
Because in terms of their perspective, they just want to sell. It's just units to customers. That's all they care about. And from their perspective, someone is more quickly going to buy something that they feel like is familiar than something that's unfamiliar, which is where the juxtaposition, or rather not even the juxtaposition, that's where the crossroads or the non-convergence point
Yeah.
happens, because in the invention of grime, everyone was just expressing their thing and whatever they thought would be cool. That's how you come out with a bruiser or a monkey.
Yeah.
Wildly different, both are part of the same scene. Like, imagine those two people on a set.
Yeah, true.
Completely different.
Yeah.
But they thought it made sense for them, so they came from their angles and hit it how they saw fit. As a label owner, I'll be like, bruv, I can't sell a bruiser and a monkey to the same person. I can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So why would I do that? No, actually, I'll need you both to be like Kano.
Yeah.
Give me a Kano vibe. And so where it's become a money-making industry, which I don't begrudge people for, because everyone should make money from talent if they can. But then once you start involving people who are not from that scene, who ultimately pull the strings on the money, they're going to start funneling people into better ways to make money for them, which is, we need to homogenize this thing.
Yeah.
The sound needs to be more understandable, more digestible, so that someone from London can understand it, someone from the middle of England can understand it, and then also up in Scotland, like, you know what I mean? And that understandability then means you have to reduce the bandwidth of what this thing is, because not everyone can be on the block or in my playground in East London, where it makes perfect sense why there's a bruiser and a monkey in this thing, if you know what I mean. So, like you were saying, actually, it's a confidence thing as well, because people have to have the confidence to do what they think and feel and not limit it to the consequence of money.
Yeah.
If they don't limit it to the consequence of money, we can get to something quite incredible, because the facilities, the technology, the outreach is greater than it's ever been. But people have to believe in their source for real, not for real if it sells.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
But then at what point do we get to, like, you know, like, if we can't, how long can we keep going back to this is old, so it sells, we keep doing the same thing? Like, at what point does it all just get, you know, we run out of things to copy? Do we just keep copying the same things from, like, what like, do you know what I mean? I feel like there needs to be, and I think there is a lot of it, but it's not being pushed as much. And like you say, because of labels and because of people booking, you know, massive events, and they just book the same people. They get them out of the flipping cryo chamber, get them out the freezer, and whip them out, defrosted, spit bars.
You're not wrong.
Get them back. It's like, how much new talent are we gonna put through?
I don't necessarily see it. So I very much appreciate, I said it already, but I very much appreciate, so you've got Shapin Grime, but I love what you do with DRL. You show a personality and a side of it that is not common, and you're bringing people on and you're having these conversations and you're letting them play, and it's different. I think it's on our platform, so I'm happy. I am. Outside of that, I'm not so sure if it's going to change. So I somewhat would blame the musicians, and that's perhaps me being overly critical, but I fully accept that for them to pay their bills, they need to be saying the bars that they were saying when we were in school. There's a level of investment that they will only receive if they're saying those bars, even though they're not living this life anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of them would be our age, if not a little bit older. But the bars are from them times.
Yeah.
And I think because the artists, in my opinion, haven't done enough to own the space and the genre, I think it makes it difficult for the youngers. So, like, we've had MCs speak to us. You might have been there, or if not, we've had them come in, and they express to us some of their difficulty when being booked in the same place as some of the bigger men.
Yeah.
Because the bigger men are expected to do a certain thing, and that has to look a certain way. And so for this person to get the mic, they have to do more of this, if they even get the mic. So I somewhat blame the artists. Is that overly critical?
No. 100% blame the artists. It doesn't mean that they didn't do an amazing thing in creating what they created.
Yeah.
But there's also a journey that everything needs to go on. And I don't feel like they have completed the arc of that journey. And that's where the issue comes in. And so, yeah, you get people getting wheeled out every year, like Mariah Carey at Christmas.
Every year. You know when they do this thing? And then
Yeah, and then you're seeing certain like elders in the scene or
Yeah.
whatnot doing older bars. Like these are bars that they wrote when I was in school.
School.
So
Yeah.
they were probably around school age as well. So you have to think like, wow, the mentality, the messaging, like what they were delivering, not only is it dated, but it's also school age mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what is on the highest pedestal of this scene. That doesn't make sense. It should potentially be those same artists, but with much more, insightful or, because we're older. So if we're still in the scene, then our perspective should have changed.
Yeah.
And we should be creating a lane for people to grow into. It doesn't mean that, because I'm this age and I'm still in grime and now I'm all conscious, that you start and you must be conscious. No, I'm just showing you that there's more that you can do.
Yeah.
You don't have to just be what I actually was at school, which was a roadman, trying to navigate life, trying to navigate ends, growing up, etc. Like, it's a completely different world. The world outside today is completely different to when I was in school.
Yeah.
So the energy that the people possessed within grime, it made sense because it was a wild west of information was becoming way faster than our parents' generation.
Correct.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Like MSN is essentially WhatsApp. Nothing existed like that before. So imagine the birth of WhatsApp, except it was limited to computers, but you could share files, share pictures, share information. Some people had access, some people did not. LimeWire or whatever your platform of choice to pirate music.
Yeah.
Music was fast. Like, you didn't have to go to the shop and buy a CD. You didn't have to wait for it to come on TV. You could hear about it, go on this thing, risk getting a virus, but get something.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh, snap, this is fire.
Correct.
The quality of it was terrible, but you could have it. Then you had MP3 players, the first iPods, etc. All of these firsts of modern day normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All of this stuff is on an iPhone now.
Yeah.
But we watched it get invented one by one and then become this currency of like, whoa. Oh, so-and-so spat bars and they clashed this, man. But you didn't have to wait for the radio set. Now you could just download it.
Yeah.
And then there's YouTube. Now you could just watch it. All of that speed then becomes the norm. So now you're like, okay, cool. We're calm now. We understand these new mediums. We can relax. What else? We can't act like it's all brand new.
Yeah.
And I think there's just so much more powerful ways to use an art form that is so tapped into youth culture
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah, because you need the next, I don't want to say stars, but you need the next contributors.
Yeah.
You have a community of contributors, people from north, east, south, west, contributors. But it's not one person starting anything. It's a bunch of different people contributing in small and big ways to what you have now. And I think you need the next ones. And there's a bravery and an intention and the elders, sounds mad, innit? But this is reality. The elders need to do better and they're not. But I think we need it. And that's why people like you are here.
I think as well, for me, I've done like a next gen set where every single person in that, I was the oldest person, this was last year, I was the oldest person in the room. And like that, we need more of that because, what you also need as well is not that. You know what I mean? It's like we need people to see who the next generation are, but at the same time, we also need the next generation to be in the same rooms as people that have been here 20 years and are at the top of the scene to like even just to learn something. It's like if you're starting a job and you're like shadowing someone who's been there 20 years, they're telling you everything they know. but then they leave. You do it. You do things your own way, and it still works the same. It just works different. So you can.
But you're piggy banking off of their knowledge.
But like, that's still useful.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
is,
Like,
I agree.
I think as well. Like, you can figure out what works for you and what doesn't. Not not two people are never going to be the same. And you're going to be bringing in different sounds. And there's people I've worked with that I say are on that next gen set. One of them's from like near like Cheshire or something. He's in Manchester. Someone else is from different parts of London. There's people I've worked with that are flipping from like Portugal, and it's like these people are never going to be the same artist.
Yeah.
But you put them in the same room, and it will work just because everyone's so different. But if they're all connected together through a sound, who knows what you can create? You don't even need to sit there and think about it. It's like, oh, what's this going to sound like? Just let it happen. But it needs to be able to happen. We can't have people sitting there and going, well, I don't know about this person. You don't know their sound. How about you just turn up and just see what happens?
But it needs to be deeper than just live.
Yeah.
Like an example
And
of
recording as well. That's another thing. I'm going to say it. I want to make an album this year or next, like start making it. It's just, but like, obviously it's got to be a compilation album because I'm not an artist, but just to bring people together and like from all different genres and record stuff, because there isn't enough recorded stuff coming from the new generation artists. And I will say that because I get onto people, it's like, you've got all these bars on the set. Where's the tune that you're spitting the bars from? Oh, I haven't recorded it yet. Go and record it, because we have to. You can't just have all your stuff on my platform or on other people's platforms. You haven't got anything on your own platform to show for it. Do you know what I mean?
But what are you saying? Are you saying they're lazy?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so, because you're going to all these shows in all these different places. I just think people need to. Maybe sometimes they just haven't been shown that. There's not something they're thinking of. They're just thinking of, oh, this is a platform I can go and look good on. I'll go there, and I'll go there, and I'll go there. And it's like, but what is drawing back to you? Someone can go on my Instagram and look at this artist and this artist and this artist, and then they go on their artist's Instagram, and it's just the same clips of
they don't see nothing new.
What they saw
else.
on me,
Right.
on my platform, or what they saw from Mode, or what they saw from you. Like, do you know what I mean? What's drawing back to them themselves?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things that, like, current grime, like, and I've been saying I was saying to Outlaw for ages. I was saying to him, look, you need to start releasing. And to be fair, last year he did quite well. He put a tune out every month, I think, for a while. More of that. Even if you're looking at it and the numbers are not what you want the numbers to be, but at least it's there. That music isn't going to go anywhere. It's a catalogue.
I mean, I agree. So, like, you being a leader in that particular space, I'm taking what you are saying as your observation, and so it has to be that. Something that I have observed from our side.
Yeah.
So, we like different. The ends, if you're from the ends, not everyone in the ends is on this thing.
Yeah.
That's not what the ends is. The ends is a bunch of different families, different people trying to make it work. Some are really about this thing for real. Some are just trying to live. You get bad man living next door to not bad man living next door to sufferers. That's what the ends is.
Yeah.
So, like, if we were talking about Outlaw, for example, Outlaw's music is amazing. I said to Outlaw, send us your music. He sent us his music, and we play it.
Yeah.
I think when we are observing what's really going on, sometimes a barrier to expressing yourself, who you are for real, is that for real, what is the likelihood of someone caring in the face of the overwhelming degeneracy? You might have never bust no gun in your life, but you believe you have to say it. We've had that where MCs have told us they don't want to say what they're saying, but they feel that they have to. Where what I like about Dalston Radio Live,
You don't have to.
you don't have
That's
to.
why it's perfect, because I have not done that.
And that,
But I
we love
don't.
that
But I don't need to. I don't.
at all.
That's what I mean. You lot, and I will get onto your radio as well, because that's why you're here. That's how I met you two. Is like, your show and your platform, what you like, it is all just about what are you doing for yourself. Show us what you are like, and like that's why for me it works so well, because I don't feel the need as I've gotten older. Maybe when I was like 13, I thought, I've got to think people, I've got to talk something.
Which makes so much sense though.
But as I've gotten older, and I've realised, you know what? I don't care what a single person thinks. As long as I know what I'm doing and I know I'm doing this well, I can probably do this better, I can whatever. And I can just move forward like that. And your platform helps me do that, because I can just go on there, be an idiot in a Christmas jumper. But I'm not an idiot because it's...
Christmas jumper and the wording.
Yeah. No, but like, do you know what I mean? Some I think, oh, it's an idiot in a Christmas jumper, but I don't. I'm me in a Christmas jumper.
It's a bad man Christmas jumper.
And I'm still mixing, and I'm hosting a show, and I'm doing it in my own way. And I think that's important, because I'm still playing good stuff. I'm still being authentic to myself. And also, I know the work I do in grime. No one can tell me that I'm the, you're the shut. I don't care.
Come on.
You put the amount of money I put into grime and see what happens. Do you know what I mean? But like, what was I going to say? I've just lost my train of thought. Let's talk about Dalston Radio Live then. I lost my train of thought now. But, so briefly before that, obviously, you two run Dalston Radio Live. How did your relationship come about? Like, and how's that transcended from you two being friends and DJing, production, whatever you two were doing together, to then into Dalston Radio Live and the platform you've now created? You can summarize if you want, but
listen, this story ain't even that long. It's just a crazy story. I mean, it's better. It would be better as a book or a film, right? Because it's a real simple story. But we're just people of, can I call it faith? Is that a good descriptor? We're people of faith, where sometimes you just let what the moment is telling you is meant to happen or is going to happen, you allow it to happen. I went with my sister to Pirate Studios in Dalston. They were doing an event, Open Decks, where they do monthly. And she was like, oh, come down. She'd been telling me to come down for time, but the way I was working, this, that, and the next, kept flopping. But this time she told me, I was like, cool, I'm there. Let's do it. At this time, she didn't DJ. She dabbles now. But I DJ'd, but I didn't DJ on like CDJs and all that. So that's another part of the reason why I wasn't in any haste to go, because I was like, I don't really play this thing anyway. So I pull up just to see who's there, maybe connect with some people, whatever. Had a look in some of the rooms, and then I end up waiting outside the room that he's about to go play in. And so we line up, just coincidentally, because there was bare rooms. Line up just to see what going, and then he strikes up a conversation with me. And this is one of his biggest skills that he doesn't get props for enough, is his ability to cold conversate with someone is second to none. This guy could just start talking to someone deeply that he knows from nowhere, like that. And so he was just like, yo, you playing here? And I was like, oh no, I've just come to watch. I haven't even got like my music with me. And he started cussing me. It's like, oh, you're a DJ and you ain't even got music with you. Like, all this. And I was like, rah, okay. So he said he was on like in 15 minutes. Oh yeah, and it was my dad's 60th birthday, same day. So I was on like a time, limit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, but man spoke to me. So cool, I'm gonna watch your thing briefly. I've only got like 15 minutes out of this half an hour set. So I'm gonna give you the 15 minutes and then I'm gonna run. And then I'll watch. And again, sometimes people be talking. You're like, you ain't listening. You hear so many people talk about their thing like it's something and it ain't.
Yeah.
So I said, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and I'm going to listen. And I was like, oh my God, bro's actually got... I said, is your tune yet? He's like, yeah. He's playing. I was like, whoa. So anyway, he said something about he's going to hit me up. Like we exchanged details. He said, I'll hit you up and then, we can do this music thing when you got time so I can... So I'm thinking, again, people talk all the time, but I'm happy to share my details. I'm confident in who I am and whatever will be. He hit me up. He's like, yeah, I'm doing this show at this station. I'm just putting together like some people that I've met. Come down and be a part of the thing. I was like, yeah, all right, sure. Let's do it. So myself, him, three others. There was an MC, 4 DJs.
Yeah.
We just met up, started, like, literally there was no rehearsal. It's just raw, like,
No rehearsal.
just go. And I love that kind of stuff because I'm very much about, what's the energy saying? Like, if this is great, it's great. If it's not great, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't care if the end result is this immaculate DJ set. But if it feels good to be in that space, then I want to be in that space. And it was fantastic. So fast forward, I guess, through that, we're just talking about music, talking about this, what is this combination of energies and visions and ways of seeing stuff. And we don't agree on everything, but we're now like really debating about the disagreements that we have. And all of that was just like, wow, I don't know what the end of this is, but I'm definitely supposed to be talking to this guy a lot. And then, you just fast forward and the ideas keep, you know what I mean? And then should we try this? Should we try that? And you're just like, wow. There's situations that can happen all by themselves. And then there's things that you can observe and just say, you know what? I have no idea where this is going, but I do know that somebody more intelligent than me has put these paths in a place where they cannot not cross. So I'm going to cross them, and with their blessing, I'll see where we land. That's my energy. I'm not like, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do that. And then that to me, life is a journey.
Yeah.
And I was like, it just reached a point where I knew enough about this guy to know, my journey of life at this point now, it's these two journeys on this life, like, for sure. No doubt at all, boy. And I guess that didn't explain bare bits in between, but
no, that's good.
But it's the overarching thing.
We have about half an hour anyway, so I want to get a lot into
the next 30 minutes.
The radio station, just talk about that. So, in terms of creating it, like I say, the platform you lot host is very different to anywhere I've been. I've been on a lot of radio stations, whether I had a show on there or just being around them. Like, was that a core part of why you wanted to make a radio station rather than just, because obviously you could just host content yourselves. Like, what was it about, okay, I want to make a radio station, I want to make a platform for other people?
I mean, I can't speak for Shay. What I can say is we've been on what we've been on from the beginning. So we started talking, there was a particular energy. When we started DJing together, there was a particular energy. When we've got an event now and the thing has progressed into something else, it's coming from a place of a shared desire for a thing. We disagree often, but that is perfect. Because what happens is we hash it out, we talk a lot, like a lot. And then we say, that's the thing. And then once we decide on the thing, that's what we're doing now. And if it's a thing that doesn't work out, okay, then we've learned, but we're doing the thing. And Shay and I, we've always had what we make, in my opinion, is quite different. What we're about is quite different, and it's very genuine. It's very authentic. And we believe that what we have doesn't exist elsewhere. So as the business has progressed, it has become an extension of our values. So Shay is a person who will say, listen, bruv, I was thinking about this, this. And I'll say, okay, so what, you want this? And he'll be like, yeah. And I might say, well, I don't know about this bit, but what about this bit? And we'll get to a place of, well, then this is what we're doing. So when he's like, yo, we've been on these different platforms and stations and nightclubs, and we've done these different things. And he said, listen, I believe if you examine that there's a root here, then that's what we're doing now. And I say that to say, Dalston Radio Live, it is an extension of our desires for music. But it's very easy, I think, to sit and talk about the things you wish would be different. Whereas we're actually about making that change. So people like you, very welcome. We love grime. We're from there.
Yeah.
From there, for real. What you do when you're with us, love that.
Yeah.
More of that. It's a very important thing to us. We want it to grow and continue. But we're very much about different and authentic.
Yeah.
Be who you are. You don't have to come and say anything. Whatever kind of music you make, let us know. Let us help within reason.
Yeah.
Not to say, but let us know there is a place where difference is valued.
Yeah.
And your lived experience being from here, it influences your DJ and your music. We love that. Bring that to us.
Yeah.
I can't stress that. We have our code of conduct. There's things that we'll tolerate and not tolerate. But this is London. If you're really about a particular way, there's places for that.
Yeah.
But if you're about something else, bring that here.
Yeah.
And we try to make ourselves welcoming to those, and we've been told that we're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. You could have said it any better, boy.
Thank you. I was like, wow, I'm waffling a little bit.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
How long's the station been like actually running for? When did you first? when was your first show?
So our first show, it's on YouTube, but I don't know the date off by heart, but I'm going to say that it's 2024 February or March.
That's mad, isn't it?
And so at this stage, the station had a name, but it was literally just to facilitate shows for our one act, which was that same collective that he basically created.
That we create.
And you created it, bruv.
We're together with you, bro.
And we just wanted a different place to put it, because we kind of felt like it was the beginnings of like, I don't think that anyone else who's hosting DJs, artists, shows, whatever it is doing it intentionally. They're just doing it because I can make money or I can get clout or build a brand or whatever. And I was like, if this is what you're doing, like, we can definitely do this. Like, it's all great being on a platform with like 10 million subscribers or whatever, until you realize this actual platform is not doing anything for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's just numbers, and if I can't see the numbers, then what's happening? Oh, nothing. Cool. So I don't need to be there.
Yeah.
It's not a place where I'm being appreciated at all. Cool. So yeah, we spoke about it loads, and I was like, I know we're starting from zero, but I believe that this zero is stronger than that 10 million, like 1,000%. So we walked the path.
And you were correct.
So far. And and it's a blessing now, getting to the point where there's enough of a brand that other people want to be a part of it, and that we're also attracting people who are different, who aren't like, I've got to pretend to be like this and that, and actually want to be themselves and express themselves at our home. Like that is
phenomenal.
The thing, because that is what makes it alive and makes it real and makes it even like, it's like compounding. It's like, oh my God, and now you've got all these different personalities under one roof, real people being real people, showing that being a real person is good enough. So what do you want from me? It makes all those other people look weird. Like, the more of us there are, the weirder they look. Each and every new show, then you're like, bruv, why are you lot doing all that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because we don't do it anywhere else. So
You're right.
I'm enjoying the growth. We've had so many and like really different inquiries as to, and it's always interesting when new people who like we don't know at all come to the station and kind of inquire, because you can see they've kind of got an inkling, but they still feel the need to thrash it out. Like, there was a young lady who came on board who wanted to start a show where she only featured female producers, artists, etc. And so we had a really long conversation, and we were just like, yo, do it. Like, if this is what you want to do, you got to be the person to do it first and foremost, and do it here. Like, like, it's not a skin off my back, or there's no men playing on this show. Nah. Highlight all of the women and find more, so that, you know what I mean? Every time you play, I'll be like, oh, I need to check that person. I ain't never heard of them
Yeah.
before. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So that's just a part of it. But there's so many different layers to what we would like the platform to be, you know, like in a later phase.
Yeah. It's very
Yeah.
you know, it causes you to have to reflect.
The reflecting thing is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, February
Yeah,
February
so-
2024.
So
I
so
think-
more or less 2 years.
Ish,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And then we opened it up to other acts at the end of 2024.
For
At the end of 2024,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
October or something like that.
Yeah, and then the acts kept increasing, and then this guy, and then August of 25 is when we had launch day.
August,
I swear we opened in August.
July,
Nah, it
Right.
definitely was.
wait, it was
I
May, June.
I went on Exeter's show. Big up Exeter,
Yeah.
by the way, because he's
Big up
he,
Exeter.
he's the reason why we're
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Because I went on his show first.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that was end of June or July. I think
yeah.
I went.
We,
on.
we,
Okay.
we were there.
But I'm pretty sure you did a launch event
Yeah,
after I went
Okay, fine.
on that. So it
That
was
might be
around that time.
That might be
Yeah.
it. Maybe May. No, in fact, there might be a desert in May. No, June.
it's June. I think
Maybe
it's
June.
June.
Maybe
It's
June.
June or July.
Yeah,
but we
I
moved
think
in.
I remember seeing it, and I can't remember if I'd been on yet
Yeah.
or if I had.
No, you hadn't. You
I
hadn't.
definitely hadn't been starting my show, but I was on Exercise show.
But not in
before I-
not in the club because we were.
Nah,
yeah,
I think
you
that
did
was-
Exeter's show at the.
Yeah.
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 But
Club.
yeah, you were gonna say something before all that.
I can't remember. But FYI, I think I've been saying Shay a lot. My name is Leon. People call me Camel,
Yes.
but my actual name, is Leon. But yeah, people call me Camel. I was like, yeah, I'm saying Shay a lot. Man didn't say Shay.
It's all good. It's all good. Venom equals Shay.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah. Segue. I don't know why I segued into
That's all right.
No, you don't just say your man's government. You're not gonna
That's
say
all
yours.
good, bro. I commit no crimes.
Law abiding here.
Get me?
So in terms of what you say you've achieved and you have achieved, like being a platform for difference, how do you think that, you know, goes into this year? How, like, what do you want to build on, and what do you want to like continue doing, do more of? Because I said to you on my birthday that I rolled through to your event and you weren't expecting me, and I was like, I've seen you lot do events the whole time I've had a show. I've never been free.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the one time I have an hour, I don't care. I'm making it there just to be around it. And like,
Big up Jack Squared.
it's just cool. It's so
thank
cool. And like, even obviously Exeter brought me to the thing for his show, and there was 2 reasons why I wanted a show. And one was a 2-hour slot. I wanted a 2-hour slot, and I can't find a 2-hour slot anywhere else apart from Mode. And I just felt like me personally, and this goes into the second reason, I don't think I could do what I do on your platform in places like that. I could have a Shapin Grime show there, and I could invite the 15 MCs and play all the latest grime songs and everything, and I could do that there. But I know me, I know what I like. I know I love football. I know I love video games. I know I love music. I can bring the whole thing together at your platform, and it doesn't need to be a Shapin Grime show. It can just be a me show. Like, let me make one thing about myself. I know if I run a platform, I make everything about everyone else. Let me just make this about myself. And you lot really do like facilitate that very well.
Thank you, bro.
So in terms of not for me, but just in general for the year ahead, like what does that look like, and what will you push on with more? Like if you're looking at it, for example, as well, do you not do t-shirts that everyone else can have? I need a t-shirt. I'd like, cause I'd wear that. I'd wear it now, but
Yeah.
instead I'm wearing an old QPR hoodie. But
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, what does the next year look like?
Go for it.
All right, we'll do bits and bobs. We've got our fingers in loads of pies,
Yeah,
so to speak. The t-shirts you mentioned, so I'll start with the t-shirts. There is merch.
yeah,
Again, just there's a lot of like just finalising this, finalising that kind of stuff. So there is merch coming. Again, it's just for people who want to get involved. It's not going to be like some core part of the thing. Like we're just flogging them like boy better know t-shirts, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we would love it if they took off. If they didn't, it's neither here nor there. But we're going to keep doing them. We're going to try and get more and more involved in the community, because that's definitely been something that, whilst it's close to us, it's also allowed us to connect. It's like, it's something that we've wanted to have an impact on. And then funnily enough, when we actually are able to do stuff, it allows us to connect even more. So it's like, oh, wicked, it's working out for us, not like this thing that we're really trying to do and we have to keep working over here to get a result over there. So, for example, the Couple of Cans event, we're working on doing that more. That's all I can say on that, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I guess the main thing that I can think of off the top of my head is like connecting the community and then trying to complete the cycle, so in a sense you've got a lot of artists and that side of the map, and then you've got the DJs and that side of the map, and I think at present there's a little bit of a, not a disconnect, but it's all separate and in the ether. And I think that if we are able to achieve everything that we're going after this year, there'll be a lot more of a overarching structure for making that effective. Yeah, the relationships of both effective. Yeah. And then there's just loads of random brand stuff that you just, does it materialize? Who knows? Yeah. But yeah. But community, I would say, is our main focus. Has been our main focus, will be our main focus to press on with for 26. But I don't know if I miss anything out, because there's so many things on the go. Like
yeah, there are quite a few things on the go, for real. I think when Ven talks about the community aspect, we definitely want that to continue. As the business progresses, our ability to take action in community issues is increasing when we are having certain conversations and people are contacting us. More than just the music, when we talk about difference, we really want to be different and make a difference. So we may talk about things affecting us as a wider community. That will continue and hopefully be better integrate. Not even hopefully, no. And will be integrated more into the music. I would like to see a continuation of what we're doing, where as the roster of residents that we have increases, everyone's a bit different. Like, we've had people say that to us very often, and I would love that to continue. All of these different shows with people with different mindsets and different ideas, I love all that. I want that to continue. And then the brand stuff that we won't talk about, but some brand stuff. And yeah, the community stuff, the big up everyone who attended the Couple of Cans. Yeah. Wonderful.
That was a good space, because for me, I was like, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to just be chill and enjoy it there, but also it was a place where I've struggled in my life anyway. I've been through loads, like, all these, I'm not going into that, but like, you're offering a place for people to donate things to people that need it. Yeah. I was like, I'm properly going to give back. And I should have my birthday.
And you did.
I came with a massive Iceland bag full of stuff. I was like, bosh, there you go.
I thought he was going to give us a can, a big up bid, by the way, big up bid. We thought, one, I wasn't expecting to see Jack. And two, when he pulled up, I thought he was going to give us a tin of beans. Him showing up, thank you. 1 tin of beans or soup, thank you. That's 1 tin or 1... pasta, that's one thing for someone that isn't us.
That needs it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Instead, he said AR, and this bag was weighty. I really do appreciate it.
You know what it was? I went in the, you know when you come out of Cambridge Chief Station, I was like, because I'm at home, I was sitting there thinking, I'm not going to go Tesco's, but I've got live behind a big Tesco's, and I'm not going to this Tesco's and bringing that all the way. Yeah. From Norfolk to East London. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'll just go in the cop. Yeah. So I went in the cop and I was like, what can I get? And and then just put it all in the bag.
Big up you, man.
But it was as easy as that. Like, to me, it was just like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to give back, and then I'll go on and do my birthday set and stress out there. Let me have a non-stress experience first. Go later. But like everyone was playing like Connect 4 and people were mixing, and it's just a good space to be around. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the biggest takeaway from being around your platform. It's just a good space to be around.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
You don't need to. I think a lot of people overthink things, and people like ask me for help, and they're like, I don't know. It's like just do it. Because I said to someone yesterday, they're talking about running the platform and stuff, and they're like, I just don't know about the social media stuff. I'm like, I just winged it, but through winging it, you learn how to be consistent. I think I said to him, it's the difference between looking at consistency, but like, how do you be like? It's more than just I'm gonna post this, but like, you have to kind of just post and just do things.
Yeah.
In order to pick up on what makes you tick and how you work, and you just learn through that. And I think you lot give a grassroots space to be able to do that.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
And that's why I'm on your platform. That's why I want to use my platform to platform you lot, and anybody in grime watching it who thinks, oh, do you know what? I can do other things. You don't need to talk about madness on your tunes or DJ, whatever. Just
do you.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Go on.
So I appreciate you. I've said it, and I will say it.
Yeah.
If you were, for me to understand it, when you, as part of the fam, look at what we're doing, how would you describe Dalston Radio Live, and how would you describe us?
I think if I'm describing, start the radio station, it's different. It's a space. It's very community based in terms of it's not just it's not just you're sat in the corner and you're over there and I'm here. There's not. It doesn't feel like there's a difference between the two. I feel like I'm walking into a space and I'm like, I'm not nervous to be live streamed. Maybe that's because I've been doing it anyway. But even the first show, I was a bit nervous on Exeter's thing, because I was like, I've been waiting to go on a radio show for so long. But as soon as you walk in, it's like, it kind of just all goes away. And when I talk to you a lot more, and especially you've been on more of my shows, you just sort of learn that like, these people genuinely just want the best for what you're doing. And that's what the platform is about. It's not about, making sure this clip does well and this does that. And it's like, this is just a space for people to learn, even if they're learning through their mistakes 100%. And learning through things that maybe don't go well. I've had moments on radio where I've messed up, but it's not about, I messed up. No, show's over. My first show, my USB weren't working. But you just sort of learn and you go through it and you build on it. And I think that's what you lot have built with the platform that I think is really important, because we need more spaces like that. I would like to think I provide a space like that for grime, but obviously your platform's much broader than that. And I think as people, like I say, it's genuinely just support, and it's just, you are nice people. Like I have conversations with you when I've done my show, and it's not just, oh yeah, that show was sick, by the way, yeah, sick. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, just sit there and have a conversation with you for ages about random things, because it's genuinely good people. And like I say, we sit there and talk about all sorts after my shows.
I know.
Like we're still there an hour later.
That's definitely a way.
And it's just random stuff, or it's like stuff about boxing, or it's these things, because again, it just feels like you're in a familiar environment rather than just, oh yeah, I go there, do my show, there's a camera in front of my face, goodbye. It's not like that. I think also as well, like the literal where your station is in the physical earth, it isn't in a dingy industrial estate.
Yeah.
Where you turn the wrong corner and problems.
Yeah, now it's
Do you know what I mean? But like,
it's in a really beautiful place.
Yeah, it really is.
but like,
It is.
there's even other businesses in different places in that
Gossamer.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's other people doing other businesses completely different. And it's like, that's sort of what you're walking into. You're walking into people trying to make something happen.
Yeah, and being themselves.
Yeah, even outside of your station, just
Yeah.
where it is in general. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's, again, important to what you're trying to build.
Yeah. Big up you.
Thank you. That was extensive.
It
and
was.
detailed.
And received.
But yeah, a reflection that I could not have seen from a mirror.
Correct.
You are the mirror.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
That the English degree came in handy there.
Yeah.
I had all the words. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's something that we'll reflect on. And we want to know that you're part of the fam. Like you said, it's not just your show. You can just give someone your money and then play and go. We actually, we really do have an interest in what you're doing.
Fast. Because we experienced that. We were just like, what's
Yeah.
not connecting here? We're just like, there's nothing. We're getting nothing from this space.
Yeah.
So why are we contributing?
I think
to it?
that's also helped me in my platform. Maybe sometimes on my sets, I think yesterday I was very tired, so I didn't really talk too much. But like, I want people to leave a Shapin Grime set or a recording, podcast, whatever it may be, leave it in a better state than when you entered it. So you're walking out with something. That's why when people ask me for footage or they ask me for the photos I've got, have them. You know, that's it's more important to me to see people, you know, use these things. And then even me, because I've just got my camera and I've taken photos of people. I've not got any photography training or whatever. But then I'm seeing my photos on all these different artists, promos and things. And I'm like, I've actually given something to someone.
Yeah.
And the fact, it's sick. My photography is everywhere. But like, also, they've now got something to use that isn't just a blurry screenshot of something else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They've got high quality photos either I've taken with the limited experience I have, or the two guys that I use that have got A, sick cameras, and B, do sick work anyway. Like Theo, big up Theo, I met him at through uni. He's done he works taking photos and stuff. Like, and he has done loads of my stuff. So for like loads of photos, loads of people. And then I've got James as well, who I've known James for years. He went uni in Leeds and was doing videography and stuff. He now works like taking pictures of houses and stuff. And it comes to my things and takes some of the sickest photos I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, because that's sort of my community. And I know we spoke before we started filming about I'm basically doing it on my own. And to an extent I am. But it wouldn't be possible without all these other people around me. I am bringing all the stuff with me. I'm organising everything myself. But my brain probably prefers that anyway. Like, I do prefer just making sure I know everything's in place, and then people can come in and support what I'm trying to do.
Just make sure that you recognize the point where you need the support.
Yes, and I do. And like, again, that's why I've got to show you. Like, I could easily do what I was doing at home, but I don't want to. Like, I like being outside anyway. I like having a place to go to do things. Also, what would I learn? Do you know what I mean? From doing it at home. Obviously, I have a setup. I've got cameras, I've got ring lights, I've got my decks, I've got my mic, I've got all these things. I've done my end of year mix at home. In my Christmas, in my Santa Claus Christmas jumper.
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, long term. I've only been DJing a year.
Come on.
I'm confident in my ability, but I still need tips and guidance along the way. That's what you lot and other people can provide when I'm outside. I'm not going to learn at home.
Come on, bro.
You were going to say something, and
It was because I saw my comment, how it was interpreted. I meant for Shapin Grime, because that's your platform, and as you start to grow, they basically will always get a point where you're like, I can do this, but actually to get to the next level, I need someone else to do this.
Yeah.
So that I can let this go, and then I can work on the next level, and that's what I was.
It's difficult because I have tried. I don't want to go too much into it.
No.
It's a difficult situation. It's not difficult. It's just
it's
I had the Bristol stuff, and that was running monthly, but things have worked out where that can't really be the case.
Which can happen sometimes.
And it's happened. Obviously, it's annoying because I'm not even there. That's happening, 200 miles away, and I'm over here, and I'm just making sure the studio's paid for, and but then things don't happen.
Yeah.
Not to say that that's completely dead in the water. I will still go over to Bristol and I will still film content, but it will be different than what it was, because there's a lot of artists out there that don't get the chance to do anything grime related, that want to do things grime related.
Yeah.
That's why I started something out there in the first place, and it will continue in a sense. It's just not the way it was. In terms of what I'm doing now, I don't know. It's difficult to let things go because I'm the only person that knows how I work, really and truly.
Yeah.
Like, no one else is gonna completely 100% get what you are doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I get that.
if I've asked people, for example, to post something, they're never gonna post it in the way that I would like, and I sometimes can be a bit like, not perfectionist, but in my head, if I'm doing something, if it's because I messed up, I can own that I messed up. That's fine. But if another factor has caused it to go wrong, not solely based off people. Like, for example, like, we're recording this off my camera and that thing, the computer weren't working. If I didn't bring this stuff, I could be mad at Cube for it not working, but I didn't bring the stuff to record it myself, so that's on me. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if I could control what I can control and do the things I want, and then, bring people in, like the photographers, and if I want to start doing more written content, because I would love to bring the written content back, man. I don't think you're not even that aware of my written content.
Only what you said.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, as much as I hear you,
Yeah.
no, I don't hear you. So, like, you're telling me that you want to do it.
It's just a lot of time. I need to find a way to make it work with my time.
This is what I'm saying. You're trading time for perfection.
Yeah.
But you need to lose perfection. You need to have the confidence in the fact that Shapin Grime is a thing. You've set the foundation. It's good.
Yeah.
And now you need to press on. The part that you're doing, people have the vision to understand. They're not going to be able to do it like you. They are not you.
Yeah.
Even if they do it better than you see it differently because you're you and they're them.
Yeah. But
you have to have the confidence that, you know what they're going to do is going to be good enough. And if it's not good enough, we can make it better.
I think
But you can, there's other things that you want to do, like the written content.
I think what I want to do, like I said, I'd have my home set up. I'm going to use it to sort of bring back, because I say I'm covering songs. I was the only person covering people's releases for about 3 years. Like, not to blow my own trumpet, but like, there wasn't really much else going on around that. I think I can't sit there and talk about the void in people releasing music, but then when they release their music, no one's talking about it. So that's the one thing I want to do. I think I'm going to try and bring that side of Shapin Grime back for visual content, but also give people like a written thing that they can read and they can use for quotables on their releases. Like, oh, this person, this about this. Oh, it must be good. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see people, like, if a new video game comes out or a new film comes out, what do? They put the ratings of all these different pages and all these publications.
True.
But we don't do that in music.
You need to do that, though.
And that's what I was doing for so long. And I just sat there and I thought, no one's reading this and it's taking up all my time. But what I need to do now is instead of thinking, I can't be bothered, I have a degree in English. That's my thing. Like, before the DJing, before taking photos, before all the camera stuff and all of that, my base talent is in writing and conveying a message, because it's English and creative writing. That's what I'm good at. That's my thing. So I want to bring that back in a sense that will work for my effort, get it seen, but also, again, give to more people that need it.
Something we can talk about.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to have to wrap up because we have literally hit 5 o'clock. And
Boom.
we are filming a set. Way, DJs.
Come on.
But yes.
Indeed.
Thank you both.
Thank you, man.
For the first podcast of the year. There will be 12 episodes minimum this year.
Come on.
Boom.
Talking it into existence.
Come on.
I'm not letting people cancel on me ever again.
Mad.
Right? Always going to talk about you
Yeah.
for the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Huge.
Cool. Thank you both.
Yes.
Thank you, man.
Let's go film a set.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on.